Hey, what up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you with UFC 194 talk here. The pay-per-view is going to be coming up on Saturday night. Last night we saw the big fight go down between Paige Van Zant and Rose. I can't remember her last name, but that was a damn good fight. It was a bloodbath. It was a Ric Flair battle from the 80s in a steel cage. Paige Van Zant didn't win the fight, but she showed a whole lot of heart, and it was a great way to kick off this UFC weekend with all of these shows coming up. And the big one, of course, Saturday, José Aldo going up against Conor McGregor to decide who is the real featherweight title champion. You know, José Aldo, 25-1. Hasn't lost a fight in 10 years. Been on top of this division. We've seen him sort of back away from this fight. There was a lot of guarantees given to him when this fight was supposed to happen months ago. It's been 11 months since this fight was set up, and Conor McGregor has honestly been asking for this fight for longer than this. Conor was actually trying to jump over the Seaver fight and get right into the José Aldo discussion. They ended up giving Aldo a different fight. I believe that fight was in Mexico City. I can't remember who the opponent was. But when Conor beat Seaver on a fight night about a year ago, Conor McGregor immediately jumped out of the cage, jumped right into José Aldo's face, which you believe would be some sort of a confrontation. And it was almost like Conor made it more of a confrontation than José Aldo did. José Aldo just stood there, held his chin out. I don't know if it was because he wanted Conor to take a shot at him or he wanted to show Conor that he wasn't scared of Conor to take the first shot. And that he was going to be able to take it. José Aldo, you got to give it to him. I want to see Conor McGregor win this fight because he's the guy that really has gotten me into UFC and really, been able to drive me to wanting to see a fight. Constantly, it seems like every Saturday there's a what we'll call a big fight that goes down, and it's hard for me to remember who guys are from fight to fight. And Conor McGregor is the first guy to have sort of a personality that I can grab a hold of and want to see more of this guy fight. It seems that Conor McGregor, whether if you love him or you hate him, every time that this guy comes up to the plate, it's a fight that everyone's talking about. Whether if it's because you want to see this guy knock somebody out or you want to see somebody knock him out, it just that kind of personality is what it is. Conor McGregor, honestly, as the interim champion right now, he's putting it all on the line. Definitely, he is a guy that's talked smack to get himself into the championship picture, and he deserves to be there. I mean, he's knocked guys out. The Seaver fight, I believe, went into the second round. And then, of course, when him, fighting his last fight against Mendez. Mendez is another guy who's had battles against José Aldo and would have loved to have been the interim champion. He was able to get Conor down onto the ground and he was able to really show holes in Conor's game. But you got to give it to the Conor. As long as that fight went and as long as Conor was on his back, he was in trouble. He was definitely taking elbows. He was definitely taking punches to the face, but he was smack talking the whole time, basically saying that you got to hit me harder than that if you want to get this win. Conor took advantage of one slight situation as the time was ticking away, and I believe round number 2, and he went for a hold on Conor, trying to see if he can get a late submission in the round. And, the one brief slip-up, Conor was able to get on his feet, and immediately you knew this fight was over. José Aldo, coming into this fight, he is giving up a little bit of height. He's giving up a little bit of reach. But he definitely has those leg kicks, which is going to keep Conor away. José Aldo throws these kicks they're almost like on television. You don't even really catch the, how strong these kicks are, how fast these kicks are. It's almost like he's just throwing his leg out there, and this constant kicks just knocks away on those tree trunk legs of Conor McGregor. And if José Aldo is going to get the win, that's the one way he's going to get him, is just constantly keeping up those leg kicks. But this is going to be a good fight. This is going to be a fight that we talk about for a long time. Definitely, we haven't even talked about Weidman versus Rockhold. That's going to be another great fight on this show. But we're going to have to see what it comes down to. This is going to be a really good one. José Aldo versus Conor McGregor. I got McGregor. Who you guys got?